What does it mean to hold space for someone? Hello, my name's Chet Davis, and this is Reflections. To hold space for someone, it's kind of an odd term, and I didn't really know what it meant the first few times I heard it, and I've heard it occasionally, but I was reminded of this term about a month ago when a friend of mine received word of diagnosis of a very serious medical condition. What's interesting was his reaction within a few days of finding out what the diagnosis was and what his treatment was going to be. He shared on social media how he wanted people to behave, how people could help him through this time of healing. And it was largely through holding space for him. Now, let me share with you the words of Heather Platt, who's an international coach, facilitator, and trainer in helping people hold space for another. What does it mean to hold space for someone else? It means that we are willing to walk alongside another person in whatever journey they're on without judging them, making them feel inadequate, trying to fix them, or trying to impact the outcome. When we hold space for other people, we open our hearts, offer unconditional support, and let go of judgment and control. So holding space for someone is really just being there for them. Why I bring this up, I find it so common, I think, in our society, that if someone comes to me, if someone comes to you with a problem, a challenge, an unfortunate situation, I think a lot of times our tendency is to help them fix it, is to offer advice and suggestions, sometimes to diminish it because we think it might make them feel better, but I think it's also making us feel better. It's a very uncomfortable situation to be with a family member or a friend, a workmate who shares something, a serious impact in their life. Have you caught yourself doing this? Like, oh, that happened to me once, you'll be fine. Or, have you tried this? I've heard this doctor is really, really good. I think you're going to get through this fine if you just do this. Now, I'm not suggesting that your intentions are ill-conceived. I'm not suggesting that you don't have the best of intentions for your friend or family member. But next time the situation arises, check yourself and see if you're offering this because you're uncomfortable. Sometimes I believe we as humans need to be there for each other simply to be there. That human connection we talked about on the program a few weeks ago that's oftentimes manifests itself through eye contact. Now, simply being there for someone ensures that they know there's somebody to walk alongside them, somebody who will join them on the journey, who cares about them, who supports them, who loves them. And really, I think that can be the most important thing we can do for each other, whether it's a workmate or a close friend or a family member. And if they ask for advice, I'm not suggesting you don't offer advice. I'm not suggesting you don't help in whatever way you can. But check first and listen carefully to determine, are they simply wanting you to be there? Are they simply wanting you to hold space with them and for them? Thanks for joining me on this episode of Reflections. My name's Chet Davis. If you have thoughts, if you have comments, if you have reactions to today's program, by all means, please share that in the comments section below. Next week on the program, I'm going to share some thoughts about perspective. The older I get, I realize that life is about perspectives.